Did you know that for this movie, Tasha Smith replaced Teresa Randall as Teresa Burnett? So I'll admit that I wasn't originally gonna go see this movie, mainly just because, Will Smith and the infamous Oscar slap and just how he's definitely tainted his acting career right now. I decided, it's time to move on from that, and I really love the Bad Boys movies a lot, and this movie looked really good, looked like they were going back to kind of the original roots, and so I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to go into this movie and enjoy it for what it is, and I really enjoyed this movie. This was just a really great installment in the Bad Boys franchise. And here are my 3 things that I liked the most about the movie, and my last thing is definitely my favorite. First thing I liked about this movie is the story was actually pretty good. Marcus and Mike are trying to clear their captain's name who passed on, and now he's being framed. Along with that, there's a lot of corruption in the Miami PD. Mike and Marcus get caught up in that, and so they become fugitives. And they bring in Mike's son into the mix as well, so now they are all 3 fugitives trying to make their way through Miami, trying not to be caught, trying to clear their captain's name while being hunted by all sorts of people, not just law enforcement, but gangs and all sorts of bad people. So it was really, really good. It was really interesting too how they utilized, past Bad Boys movies, past characters, past plot lines to kind of make their story stronger in this movie. A lot of nostalgia. Kind of the approach that this movie was taking was this might be their final ride, and they both are getting older. Marcus was having health problems, Mike just got married. And the stakes are really high and they may not make it through this. There are a few times in the movie it kind of got like spiritual. Marcus of course has been really funny about it, but very spiritual, very, they come into peace with themselves, come into peace with all their mistakes just in case something bad happens to them. But it is a solid storyline. I know these movies aren't really known for their storylines. They're more known for their action, but the story in this case was actually quite solid. I love the comedy in this movie. Marcus was just let loose. I have a feeling that Martin Lawrence was just let loose on this movie because he had so many funny lines, so many stupid things he did. He was cracking me up the entire time. He doesn't even have to really do anything. Just like his presence on screen is enough to make you laugh. The whole dynamic between Mike and Marcus is just perfect. You got, the cool swab guy and you got the dumb, joker, and you put them together and it's just such an entertaining part of this movie. I just love so many different interactions that Marcus had with Mike or with other people. Just a really funny, good time just seeing these boys back on the screen. I was just cracking up the whole time because it was funny. It was like next level funny. Number 2, the action was amazing. It really did feel like they went back to the roots for this one, like Michael Bay action style. Michael Bay did not direct this movie, but the action in this definitely felt like Michael Bay, but it also felt a lot like we were in a video game. Call of Duty, whatever shooter game you want to pick, it felt a lot like that, mainly with the camera angles and the action and the over-the-top explosions and guns and combat scenes. Just insanity, but super, super well done. A lot of cool shots in this movie, a lot of great uses of drone, saw some GoPro shots. Just very interesting angles. Definitely what came to my mind when I saw a lot of these angles, it reminded me of first-person shooter type shots, and that was really cool. You really felt like you were in it. Lots of whip pans, lots of great camera work, just to really get you immersed in the crazy action in this movie. And then my favorite scene easily was when Reggie caught us all by surprise and took out 15 guys in Marcus's house. He was a Marine, but Reggie's character, we've never seen him as a serious guy. He's always kind of the son-in-law that Marcus always likes to make fun of and tease, and we never really take him seriously, but then we see him just flip a switch and just go on a killing spree. He went Call of Duty on these guys, and it was amazing. It was so much fun seeing that. There were a good amount of people in the theater watching this with me last night, and everyone was just going crazy, cheering Reggie on. It was such an out of left field moment, but it was definitely my favorite part of the movie because it made me like Reggie even more, and just the sheer action, sheer craziness of the whole scene was just perfect. So I highly recommend, if you are a fan of the Bad Boys movies, You're really gonna love this one. So go out and check this movie out as soon as you possibly can. So for Bad Boys Ride or Die, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 Mudflaps. Remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop in the comments below. What's your favorite Bad Boys movie? See you next time.